Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Cioffi here. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes. Just a reminder that tonight's Joe and Joe Weather Show is back at its usual time, 7:30 Eastern Time. And be sure to tune in because we're going to be talking about the changes in our weather over the next not only 5 days, but the long range, which is possibly pointing to another heat wave. And I just want to quickly just show you the upper air. I have the GFS. This is the ensemble forecast, which is basically a compilation or an average of all the different GFS members that are part of the models. Each one has a different variant in it, so when you average it all out over the longer term, it's supposed to give you at least a better idea of where things are going. So just want to run through here as we have this upper air trough that's coming through for Friday and Saturday. This is going to take us into some heat and humidity come Thursday, and certainly a humid day on Friday as the next weather front approaches with some showers and thunderstorms. And then after that, we get into a dry weekend, a warm weekend, but it's going to be dry. By warm, I mean temperatures in the 80s. When I say hot, I'm talking about temperatures in the 90s. Now, once that trough pulls out, one of the things that's going to happen next week is that we have two ridges to watch. One is the ridge that's building back over in the lower Mississippi Valley, and you see it here. The other one is the old Bermuda High. And the question regarding whether we're going to get into another long duration heat wave is if these two upper highs join forces or couple. That is going to force the Canadian jet stream further north, keeping all the cool and mostly dry air up there. And this would set up for extreme heat. And at least from the standpoint of the GFS ensembles and last night's European model, we have that coupling occurring toward the end of next week. And this would probably set up for maybe a brutal hot day or two, thinking maybe next Friday or Saturday would be the day to focus on. But until then, we are just going to ride the ups and downs. We have a dry air mass that's pulling out now, and you'll notice on the radar that we do have some showers to the west in Pennsylvania and some thunderstorms and heavy rains down in parts of West Virginia and into West Virginia. Those are sliding east. We might get a little bit of that overnight into tomorrow morning early as those humidity levels rise and a bit of a warm front moves on through. And you can see on the satellite that high clouds are starting to stream in from the west ahead of this warm front that is going to be going by during the overnight. Right now, it's just a hot but mostly thunderstorm-free day, at least so far, across much of the South Atlantic states, the deep south. You got some scattered showers and storms developing in the Gulf of Mexico, and starting to see some showers and thunderstorms forming again in the southwest where they're getting significant rains and potential flash flooding. The Storm Prediction Center has a marginal risk touching southern New Jersey, southern Pennsylvania, back west into southern Ohio, Indiana, and Illinois, then kind of curves around across Tennessee and on up into North Carolina. Now for tomorrow, two areas of risk. Southeastern southern New England down through the rest of the East Coast is just in general thunderstorms, as is much of the Midwest and Great Lakes. However, we do have a marginal risk, and by marginal we'll mean isolated severe thunderstorms from northeastern Pennsylvania through upstate New York and in through interior central and northern New England. And also a marginal risk from southern Missouri and northern Arkansas east into West Virginia, western North Carolina, and eastern Tennessee. And by the way, there is a small 2% tornado risk in northeastern New York and into Vermont and New Hampshire. That's for tomorrow. For day 3, which is Friday into Saturday, so Friday with our cold front, they have marginal risk to New York City and southern Pennsylvania, southeast and south central PA, Maryland, Delaware, and points south into Virginia, and then on south and west from there. And as far as rainfall is concerned, just to give you, I'll give you the rainfall for the next, we'll go day by day here. Across the middle Mississippi and Tennessee Valley today, we're talking about anywhere from max amounts of 3/4 of an inch to 1.5 inches or so, and there'll be a repeat performance tomorrow. Not much here in the Northeast. Perhaps up in upstate New York through tomorrow morning. We're looking at the potential here for some rainfall. And you'll notice here on the map, these are new updated maps from the Weather Prediction Center. So this is Thursday night into, this is Wednesday night tonight into tomorrow night. Uh, Very light amounts with whatever comes through tonight, a little bit more in upstate New York and into New England. Then for tomorrow into Friday, if there's some scattered showers and thunderstorms running around during the day tomorrow, again, not much from southeastern New England down into Virginia. Continue to see heavy rains across the Tennessee Valley back over into the plains. Day 3 with some showers and thunderstorms. If you want to believe this, this is Friday night. Okay, so this takes us takes us to Friday night. Then as we go for Friday night into Saturday night, everything starts to shift to the southeast, and what you see here in the east is front end loaded. And notice it's bone dry from the northern plains up into New England. And then on Saturday, the northeast and northern mid-Atlantic states, not a drop. Sunday, most of the same area, also not a drop, but across the mid-Atlantic and into the Appalachians, we're looking at a significant amount of rainfall. So just to take you quickly through day to day, we are going to see this upper trough move on through. That is going to bring through, we've got a weak cold front that's coming through tomorrow, and then a second front on Friday. So as we take a look at this, I'm sorry, I'm just having a little trouble switching maps here. So let's go to the GFS. The new GFS, Weather in 5 is running a little longer today, but you know, that's what happens sometimes. So here we go for tonight. Again, there might be some overnight showers and thunderstorms as this warm air comes in and humid air. A hot day tomorrow. Will be up into the lower 90s. A weak weather front tomorrow afternoon and evening with maybe a shower or thunderstorm. It'll be scattered in nature. Friday afternoon, another chance that we could see some showers and thunderstorms with a cold front. Not a. You can see how the model has this kind of most of it up to the north, and then some more down to the south, and a little bit of a hole in the middle. And then Saturday and Sunday, it's low humidity, temperatures in the 80s. It'll be a warm weekend, but it will be a weekend of low humidity. And then next week, depending on how that ridge sets up, if it couples, we'll see hot air coming in beginning on Tuesday with a west wind, and then it will probably peak on Friday, where we could see temperatures Thursday and Friday well up into the 90s. Maybe we'll have a run for 100 degrees again if that coupling of the ridge to the west and the Bermuda high takes place. It's a little complicated, but that's kind of how it works. The Joe and Joe Weather Show coming up tonight at 7:30 Eastern Time. Please do join us. And you can join in on the chat board and become part of the conversation, which was always fun and interesting. And sometimes it gets exciting, and you get to hear me rant or you get to hear Joe Rayo rant. Have a great rest of your afternoon.